Hello everyone, it's Gary Nicholson here for sailingweather.co.uk and weatherweb.net. This is your latest sailing outlook for the rest of the week and towards the weekend. The chart for Tuesday shows high pressure away towards the northeast of Britain, centred quite strongly over Scandinavia. A slack southeasterly pattern across the country, a fair amount of cloud but breaking up from the south, so some sunny spells may just try and come through. A few bits and pieces of patchy drizzle around some of these eastern coasts, also one or two around the Irish Sea regions as well. But on the whole, a dry day with some sunshine trying to break through. Fairly hazy conditions though, visibility generally good, but quite a bit of hazy murkiness to the air during the day on Tuesday. Looking at Tuesday's winds, then out towards the south and the east, typically as easterlies at around a force 3 in the English Channel, locally a little bit lower in some shelter, out towards the far southwest again at around a force 3, similar in the Irish Sea, a little bit more southeasterly here, towards western Scotland at around a force 3 to a low force 4. Out across northeastern Scotland, maybe a little bit stronger southeasterly at around a force 5 locally, in shelter nearer to a force 4 and around a force 2 or 3, and light variable winds across the eastern coast of England. High pressure still across the country through into Wednesday. Most places are dry, with sunshine coming through I think a bit more widely on the daytime on Tuesday. Again, fairly hazy conditions though. Your visibility is good, but again a rather murky, hazy atmosphere across many areas. The best of the brightness likely to be towards the far north and the west. As I said, a fair amount of sunshine should come through. Wednesday's winds then are northeasterlies across the eastern side of the English Channel. It's around a force 4, but could be locally force 5 through the Dover Strait and similarly offshore in the English Channel. Nearer to force 4 though on the south coast of England, again north or northeasterlies. In the Irish Sea, typically as a north-northeasterly, it's around a force 4 locally, but again in some shelter down nearer to a force 3 and rather similar on the eastern coast of England as well, pretty light and variable around the coast of Scotland. High pressure is still there for Thursday, most places dry again, bits and pieces of rain maybe just getting towards the far northwest, but on the whole a dry bright day and for many light winds as well. Thursday's wind chart shows again a north to northeasterly across the eastern side of England. It's around a force 4 but could be nearer to a force 5 offshore and in the Dover Strait, and again in the English Channel nearer to a force 3 or a force 4 close to shore in the south coast of England, to nearer to a force 5 well offshore in the English Channel. The Irish Sea is a northerly at around a force 3, whilst again around many regions of Scotland it's light and variable, and the far north may just be nearer to a northerly at a force 4. Now by Friday, high pressure is still in charge, weak fronts just moving down from the northwest, introducing a bit more cloud and some patchy outbreaks of light rain and drizzle, not amounting to a great deal. I think for many, Friday again is a dry and quite bright day. Friday's winds a bit stronger down some of these eastern coasts of England as northerlies force 5 and again around force 5 getting towards the Dover Strait, in some shelter though again towards the south coast of England, back nearer to a force 4 or a force 3 where you're well sheltered on the south coast, again typically as a northerly. In the Irish Sea, around a force 5 northerly offshore to a force 5 in shelter in Liverpool Bay and also in Cardigan Bay too. Around Scotland, just coming around more of a west or northwesterly, again around a force 3 or a force 4, not particularly strong wherever you are. And for Saturday, high pressure is still not too far away, so fair conditions for many once again. Weak fronts across the country. This may just start to produce bits and pieces of drizzle around some of these eastern coasts of England, but on the whole, not such a bad outlook, and with some sunshine coming through fairly widely. Now, of course, once you go this far ahead, confidence of details becomes a little bit lower, but by Saturday it looks like your wind speeds across the southeast of England are northeasterlies at a force 5, could even be as high as a force 6 offshore in the Dover Strait and out towards the southeast. Around a force 5, locally a force 6 in the central English Channel as well, and out towards the southwest, a little bit lighter, again roughly northeasterlies at around a force 4 or locally a force 5 offshore. In the Irish Sea, it's around the northerly, force 3, a bit more lighter and variable, could be just down as low as a force 2 or 3 around northeastern regions, and going round more to a southwesterly at around a force 3 or locally a force 4 in the Western Isles of Scotland. And slowly changing through into Sunday, and more of a westerly Atlantic pattern developing as we go through the day, with some outbreaks of rain moving into the far north and the west, and a bit more cloud coming in behind this warm front across northern and western areas, including the Irish Sea. Towards the south of England may well stay dry and bright most of the day. A glance at Sunday's winds suggests fairly light and variable conditions in the English Channel, around a force 2 or 3 possible on the south coast, but offshore could be up to a force 5, particularly towards the Dover Strait, again typically here at a northeasterly. Central areas are a bit more variable, going around gradually towards the southwesterly and strengthening across Scotland, could be picking up here towards a force 7 as the day goes on, but maybe at force 5 or 6 for a good few hours across the Western Isles and near to shore, similar as well as southwesterlies develop across the northeastern parts of Scotland. And that's your latest week ahead outlook here at sailingweather.co.uk. Thank you for watching, and bye for now.